Hey guys, in this video I'll explain to you exactly how I did to lose over 35 pounds in only 3 months without suffering much, without doing hours of cardio, and without hating my life. It was actually a very enjoyable process, and that's really what I preach. Enjoying the process, make sure it's sustainable, something you can maintain long term, doing small changes to help you get big results. So I'll jump straight into it. I'm not trying to sell you anything, I'm just telling you what worked for me. Apply it and you'll see it will work for you too. All right, so a little throwback, before the lockdown I was very much into strongman, powerlifting, so I put a lot of weight on. Right, I've been lifting for over 10 years, not as if I'm new to the gym, but I put a lot of weight on, a lot of fat on. Lockdown happened, no more gym. I'm like, you know what, new challenge, let's get as shredded as possible. In 3 months I lost over 35 pounds. Don't have the exact numbers, but maybe 35, 40, and I'll tell you step by step what I did. So first thing first, when I was more into my strongman and powerlifting phase, I was eating carbs every single meal. If you don't know what carbs are, it's rice, bread, potato, pasta, the starches. I was eating some every single meal. My meal was looking like pasta and beef, rice and chicken. Every single meal had a big portion of carbs because that's what gives you a lot of energy, fuels you, helps you push more weight. But now that I had no more access to a gym, I wanted to get as shredded. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna limit my carbs. My workouts were mostly home workout, body weight stuff. So I was just eating carbs pre and post workout. All right, pre and post workout carbs. And I changed my carb sources. Instead of eating a lot of white rice and pasta, which is very easy to overeat because they don't have a lot of fibers, I started eating a lot more oatmeal. All right, potatoes, brown rice, just things to fill me up. Not really because they're more nutritious, but because they have more fiber, they'll fill me up. The 9-grain bread fills you up like crazy. All right, so I started eating carbs as the first principle, carbs pre and post workout. The rest of the day, my meals consisted of only protein and veggies and fruits. All right, I know fruits have carbs, but I don't put them in the same category of the other starches. All right, so carbs, starches, pre and post workout. The rest of the day, protein, veggies, and fruit. So that was the first thing that I changed. Pretty simple. All right, and also to let you know, I was eating as much lean protein sources as I wanted. So as much chicken, as much veggies, and as much fruits as I wanted. That's something that I did, worked super well for me. So the rest of the day, you might say, well, now you limited your carbs, you might be super hungry. No, because I was, instead of eating just 1 chicken breast per meal, I was eating 2 chicken breasts per meal and let's say a huge salad. All right, so that was the first thing I did. Second thing I did, because I didn't have access to gym and I used to spend hours in the gym when I was doing powerlifting stuff, I had more times on my hands. So what did I do? I started walking around the neighborhood. All right, during the lockdown, nobody was doing much. Instead of staying home and watching Netflix, I was going outside, putting my headphones in and walking around the block. All right, I was getting at least 12 to 15,000 steps every single day. All right, and you might think that's a lot, but it's not in reality. All right, if you have a step tracker, put it on your hand. Guys, 12,000 steps a day, it could only be, let's say, you walk to the gym, you walk to the grocery store, instead of taking your car to go get a coffee, well, walk there, walk 2 rounds around the block, and there you have it. All right, maybe in your house, you're doing some stuff, you're cleaning the house. Just sometimes in my home, I'm doing 2,000 steps just by going back and forth, cleaning and stuff. All right, so 12 to 15,000 steps a day, and I became very religious with it, where I wouldn't sleep without reaching my step count. No cardio needed, but more of that walking. And at a certain point, I reached a plateau, and that's where I upped my step to like 16 or 17,000. So the goal is that you start with a baseline. Let's say it could be 8,000 for you. And then once you reach a plateau, you add a little bit. The body reacts well when you go for small changes. Instead of starting with 20,000 steps, start with 8,000. Once you reach a plateau, go to 10,000. You reach a plateau, go to 12,000. You will see a lot better progress with this method. All right. Number 3 is I changed my protein sources to lean protein sources. So when I was more on a bulk or more a bit overweight, I used to eat a lot of, let's say, minced ground beef that wasn't extra lean. A lot of, let's say, salmon, chicken wings, not necessarily chicken breast. I was more going for the fattier meats because I wanted those calories as well. All right. When I had my tuna cans, sometimes were tuna in oil, and without realizing it, I was adding a lot more calories. As soon as I switched to chicken breast, extra lean ground beef, white fish, tuna can in water, Greek yogurt, Guys, it doesn't take much, and it doesn't take away so much of the taste. Big deal. You're not having your chicken thighs, you're having a chicken breast. You're not having a ground beef that is full of fat, but you're having a filet mignon steak that is a lot leaner. You're not having a salmon, but you're having a white fish that is also delicious. Doesn't take so much. It doesn't make your life a misery, but it drops the calorie tremendously. And lean sources of protein, you can eat so much more. So 2 chicken breasts, it's like what, 300 calories, but it will fill you up like crazy. You have no idea. So I switched my sources of protein to extra lean sources of protein. All right, I kept really my fat intake low. So things like nuts, avocados, cheese, oil, those things, I really eliminated them completely. And the only fat source that I was getting was really from my eggs, all right? From my whole eggs. I was still doing my banana bread, so I have my whole eggs in there. And that's really all the fat that I had. The rest of the day, no added fats. Moving on. Number 4 is, because I'm someone who loves snacking, and I used to snack a lot on chips and salty stuff and nuts, I switched all that to unlimited fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables. The only thing that I would avoid would be avocados, because avocados are very high in calories, very high in fat. But aside of that, I would make myself, I swear to God, I'm not even joking, a platter of fruits, oranges, apples, strawberries, you name it, cucumber, carrots. Guys, don't fear fruits, don't fear vegetables. They're super low in calories, they're super filling, they're nutritious, and they will help you in your weight loss journey. 1 pound of strawberries is 150 calories. If you're dieting down, even if you're dieting down for a show, have a pound of strawberry if you feel like cracking and you can't hang on to your diet. And trust me, after that pound of strawberry, you'll feel a lot better, and you'll just have added 150, maybe 130 calories. Big deal, all right? It's nothing. It's nothing. So have your fruits, have your veggies, and when you feel like snacking, have those snacks. The goal is not that you suffer and you're hungry. If you're hungry on a diet, it's not gonna be sustainable. You will end up quitting. All right, so you gotta enjoy it. So have those fruits and vegetables unlimited. Don't overdo the avocados. Don't overdo banana. Don't touch dry fruits. Aside of that, even if it's frozen, of course, go for it. That was tip number 4. Number 5, I kept lifting, and my weights, the gym, the priority of my day, which means that we see a lot of people when they try to lose weight, they start just focusing on cardio, running, doing a lot of cardio. What happens then is that, first of all, when you overdo cardio, you're stressing your body, you will start also losing muscle mass. Because doing a lot of cardio tells your body that you need to start getting better at doing cardio, and having muscles, all right, is not good for survival, because your body needs a lot of oxygen and nutrients and blood flow to that muscle. So when you overdo cardio, you will start losing muscle mass. First thing first, when you lose muscle mass, it messes up your metabolism. Metabolism slows down, and next thing you know, you're burning less than you usually burn, even if you're doing the cardio, and you're not even eating a lot, but now you're still gaining weight or not losing weight because your metabolism slowed down so much. You messed up your metabolism. You become what we say skinny fat. You lost your muscle, but you still have a belly because your metabolism is screwed up because you overdid cardio or you over dieted. All right, so keep lifting as a priority, and that's what I did. I kept lifting, the most important part of my day. Yes, I didn't have access to a gym. I got a pull-up bar, I got a few dumbbells, I put them in my hallway, and I started training every single day with that. And that was the most important part of my day. Lifting. All right, don't focus too much on the cardio. Lifting will give you more bang for your buck and more results, and it's healthier for you. All right, so that's super important. Do not neglect that, the lifting. It's the most important part of the day. Moving on. Well, honestly, I could really just stop there. If you do those things, if you just do those things, guys, you will see a lot of results. You focus on your lean protein sources, you start eating a lot more fruits and vegetables, you keep your carbs around training, all right? 12,000 steps a day and slowly, gradually increase it. You keep lifting a priority, and guys, small changes, big impact. Small changes will give you big results over term. The goal is that it's sustainable. Yes, I lost a lot of weight fast, but it's because I also had a lot of free time, and I'm also mentally strong that I don't mind going on diets. All right, but if you're someone that is new to this, take your time into it, ease into it, start with few extra steps a day, maybe start training 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 45 minutes, and slowly, gradually build it up. All right, you don't want to go too fast because then you will end up dropping the towel. Don't go to one extreme to another. All right, if you're someone that used to eat pizza every single day last week and now you just want to eat chicken and broccoli, guys, of course you're gonna end up quitting. All right, so that's pretty much it. If you have any question, and in terms of supplement, honestly, I didn't even touch the fat burners and all those stuff. You don't even need them. All right, all the fat burners, the BCAAs, the EAAs. If your goal is weight loss, guys, you don't need to add more stuff, take away stuff. All right, get hungry a bit. All right, and I gotta say, one of my secrets is drinking coffee. If there's a supplement out there, coffee company that want to sponsor me, I'll take it, because trust me, coffee is super helpful for me now that I'm dieting, I'm prepping for a show. Coffee is an appetite suppressor, and it also helps your body release some water, so it's pretty good if you know how to use it. All right, I've taken your advices, guys. I'm putting almond milk instead of regular milk. I'll put sometimes some cinnamon, sprinkle some cinnamon, add some stevia on my coffee, and it tastes just like a dessert for what, 20-30 calories, but it kills my appetite, which is pretty good because then I don't feel like craving anything. That's it for this video. Hopefully you liked it. Please consider subscribing, leave a comment, leave a like. Thank you all for the support. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.